Hoje, quando eu cheguei aqui no SBT, a primeira coisa que eu pensei quando eu cheguei, eu lembrei logo do Silvio Santos. Deu aquela nostalgia, aquelas. A gente não.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Another live from, hey, South African. You're there, man. I appreciate. Welcome. Right now, Saturday, 1:31 p.m. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking me. And I hope you're doing well too. Best wishes for the African people, South African people, all the continent, all the other continents in this planet of ours, our home. Hope one day we'll understand how important is this home of ours, which is this planet. They call planet Earth. I think it should be called planet water because we have more water than Earth, right? Anyway, welcome, guys. Sunaina, thank you and welcome. Hello. Hello, appreciate. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Uh, Best wishes for the people from India. I appreciate all the people. I have very often I see people from India, Pakistan, and other countries from Africa, and uh, and it's interesting. You know why? Because originally I'm from Brazil, right? So I've been in the United States over half of my life, but I am from Brazil, and believe it or not, most of the people that watch my live and my videos are from different countries, not from Brazil. I have some people from Brazil, but it's not many. It's kind of sad in a way, but most important is the appreciation, right? So I appreciate everybody that is participating and watching, and I appreciate your questions. Right now, I'm in California. Like I said, it's 1:33 p.m. Saturday, California time. Tomorrow, tomorrow I'm gonna be on Instagram, CarlosTodd63, Instagram CarlosTodd63, around 10:30 a.m. And then at 1 p.m., everything is California time. Okay, I'll be on YouTube again, so COTodd. I appreciate the subscription. I have 12 people watching me right now, and that's such a good feeling. I don't know if I have a message. I think I have opinion about different topics and subjects. So that's how I do. And also, I think I told you guys on a personal level, on a professional level, I provide assistance, professional assistance, private assistance, and personal assistance for those who comes to United States, for those who are intending to come to United States. So that's what I do. So now in 3:03 a.m. Sunday, right? Right there in India, it's Sunday. Am I correct? Wow. So you should be in bed, but I'm glad you're not. You know, I'm glad you're watching me here in the United States. I mean, I'm kind of worried about you because you are, you should be tired. But hey, thank you for watching, all right? Guys, I normally ask you people if you can, those people that you don't like much, like, okay, do this. Share my videos and my live with them. I'm not gonna ask you guys to share my presentations and my live presentations and my videos to people who you like. I want you to share for those who don't like. Okay. Anyway, but yes, I'm here to answer questions if you have any. Of course, please let's keep the conversation on a very respectful level. You know, I appreciate. Okay, South African boy said I visited Brazil once, but only for a couple of hours. Well, because then I had to connect the flight to Argentina. Yeah, Argentina is neighboring country to Brazil. Brazil had a lot of neighboring countries, in South America. Argentina is one of them, yes. Well, I hope next time, South Africa, you have time to visit them. And guess what? I don't know your age, but I haven't been to Brazil for almost 25 years, you know. So, yeah, I've been here and anyway, but I appreciate your participation, okay? Thank you for calling me uncle. I don't know, I appreciate. Welcome, all right? Well, if you want to delete my channel, I don't know, you find out, okay? I don't know how you do that, but don't do it. Just don't subscribe. Just ignore me, okay? I am from India, man. Okay, I have another guy from India, okay? Which is Sunaina. I think he or she is from India. Thank you for participating. I'm 17. Wow. Okay, man. You have a long way to go. I hope you're gonna be very well succeed in life. You can really understand the life. Well, you didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you something since you're 17, all right, almost 18. Let me tell you something. It's a true stuff, I believe. At least that's how I see. Life, it's just a learning process. All right, South African boys? Life is just a learning process. All the other stuff, it's entertainment and distraction. Keep that in mind. All right? Learn a lot. More you learn, less mistakes you're going to make. Mistakes sometimes it's okay, but sometimes can cause a lot of pain and scars. So learning from others people's mistake may be a better, more smart and wise idea, I think. But anyway, success, all right, South African, I appreciate. Love from Bangladesh. Hey, I appreciate Bangladesh. Best wishes for the people in Bangladesh, all right? Thank you so much for participating. All right, okay. I appreciate. Okay, I'm gonna help you then. I'm gonna remove you. Thank you. Billion, what kind of watch is that? Well, it's a special one. It's a Bulova. I have this watch for, let me see, almost 15 years now. Thank you for asking. Not important though, but thank you. I appreciate your question. Um, Let me see. Are you streaming from Los Angeles, California? And right now it's Saturday, 1:39 p.m. Pacific Time, United States. Okay? Thank you for your question again. I appreciate your question. I really do. Okay? Okay, yeah, Bulova is it's probably one of my favorite. Like I said, I have this watch for man, almost 15 years. You know, I don't wear all the time. Sometimes I do. Right now I'm wearing just for you guys. Thank you for asking again. Yes, Bulova is a good watch. Any other question for me, please ask. I appreciate your question. I really do. Okay? And I hope you guys are hearing me okay. I changed the microphone, so I hope you're hearing me okay. Um, well, from Brazil, well, I'm originally from Brazil, but like I said, I've been here over 30 years in the United States, and I'm not following soccer like you used to. Sometimes, I have one TV on my left and one TV in my back, and another one right there on my right, and another one right there in the back. I normally keep this just to try to keep me informed because I like to have information. Of course, when I gather all this information, I have to do this kind of triage, to see which is which and not, because there is a lot of bias, a lot of propaganda in these days, not only on a traditional media but social media too. So it's a kind of a work when I have to select topics, when I do topics. Oh, you're not able to sleep? Sorry to hear that. What happened? You're too worried about something? Well, I am. Sometimes I have the same problem. I think most of us in these days, yeah, try to avoid a little bit, those cell phones and stuff, that those things keep you more alert, more aware, you know, and that the light from the cell phone it doesn't help much either. Well, I have to tell you this, although if you turn it off, you're not gonna see me probably, but the truth is, if you wanna relax a little bit, try to avoid, the cell phone. Uh, I hope you sleep well. Okay. Well, tomorrow, oh, well, actually, right there, it's Sunday now, right? And maybe you have some extra time to sleep during the day. How about that? South African. How long did you stay in Brazil before you moved to the States? Well, like I said, I'm gonna be 61 this month. You do the numbers. I have more time living here than I had living in the United States. Pelé, Ronaldinho, Neymar, yeah, those are the numbers and the names, huh? They are well. Pelé passed, is on the other side of, you know, no longer with us. Ronaldinho, both Ronaldinho, they are also retired, so they are now just enjoying life, I'm assuming. And Neymar is pretty much almost there too. So I don't know if you're gonna expect much from Neymar anymore. And Brazil, the national team, they don't have big names anymore. So I don't know what's gonna happen to most of the soccer players, they're really playing for money in these days. No passion, you know, just business. Anyway, I like your good behavior. I appreciate. So I just did like to subscribe to live. Okay, I appreciate, man. I appreciate, you know, I appreciate your participation. Look, I wrote some quotes, some stuff here. Some is from myself. I'm like this when I'm driving out there, when I'm doing something, when something come to my mind, that I think, man, I have to write this down because I have bad memory, you know. So I stop and write it down. So I wrote down a few things I'm gonna share with you in a minute. I went to Argentina for a rugby tour. Wow. But I stopped by Brazil on the connecting flight and grabbed some souvenirs. Wow, cool, cool, man. Maybe one of these days you're gonna stop by there. You probably know more about Brazil than I do. Like I said, I mean, I follow the news. You know, like I said, I have this TV here on my right. I have my this TV. Sometimes when I want to check news in Brazil, I put this on a Brazilian channel. I have this one, so I can keep pretty much in the United States channels. So news, mostly it's news, and I watch Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff like that, right? So anyway, yeah, my favorite Brazilian meal, man. I'm gonna tell you, this is easy for me. Brazilian people, they are pretty good at what we call churrasco, which is barbecue kind of, you know, meat on a grill. So Brazilian people likes rice and beans and meat. That's pretty much it. And we have, the churrascarias we call. It's like a restaurant with all you can eat meat, all kind of meat you can imagine on the grill. So that's the number one food, and that's the number one food that I like. I mean, that is any other. Brazil is a pretty big country too, and the culinary, all kind of taste, and like feijoada, which is black beans with meat, pork meat on it. It's a pretty traditional dish in Brazil, which originated in Africa, by the way. So if you guys don't know, but Brazil feijoada came since the imperialism, since we had kings in there. So yeah, plantains too. Yeah, plantains. The Cubans, most Cubans. I lived among Cubans in Miami. I lived in Miami for about, I'm in California now, by the way, but I lived in Miami for about 19 years, right? So Cubans love plantains, they really do. They have pretty good food, I'm telling you. They like yuca too. They like pork meat, steak too. They are pretty good. They have a good food. I like it. They have a special dish, Cuban people, and we have that dish in Brazil too. So outside of Brazil, the Cuban food is one of my favorite food. Cuban and Nicaraguan food, you know, and they also do oxtail, that tail from the cow. They do that dish in Brazil. We do that too. They call rabo encendido in Spanish. Yeah. Oh, you're a Cuban, huh? There we go. Yeah, I lived among you guys for 19 years in Miami, and I kind of know your people a little bit. I guess I can tell you that. And then I moved to Las Vegas and Nevada, right? And there is a few Cuban restaurants over there too. So yeah, Cuban and Nicaraguan food is one of my favorite. But I like most of them. Argentinian, they are pretty good. In meat. Argentina likes meat a lot too, like Brazilian people. So yeah. Oh, your parents? Okay, Je. Why? That's close enough. You know. So yeah, interesting. So anyway, keep talking. I appreciate your comments and observations. All right. So anyway, let me read this quote while you guys think about what you want to talk about it. Okay. So I saw this quote this morning. I was found interesting, and I want to hear your opinion on this one because it's really interesting. It says, love is 5 minutes of pleasure and lifetime of pain. So, what do you guys think about this? You know, I don't know. Maybe for some, it may be true, for others, maybe not. But I noticed one thing about love. I don't really understand love. I have to tell you, I'm honest with you. I don't understand love. I understand respect. And I have my own quote on this, about love and respect. Okay. I tell people all the time, look, we choose who we want to love or who we're going to love. We choose. It's our choice. But we should respect everybody. Respect supposed to be unconditional. That's how I see. But going back to this quote, love, and talking about love, you know, it's interesting because for those who maybe loved someone or still love someone, I noticed one thing. It looks like love brings some sort of pain too sometimes. You know, sometimes disappointments, sometimes, things, differences, any stuff, daily experience we live together with someone. And but I noticed that once in a while, some people who say that love someone, sometimes they experiment pain too. So maybe that's why this quote here, love is 5 minutes of pleasure and lifetime of pain. I don't know. You guys tell me. And also, I saw a guy, actually was a comedian, he was talking about, remember that person, the very famous on TV. He had a show, and his nickname was a crocodile hunter. Remember that guy? So you remember what happened to him? Yeah, you're right. Beautiful rule. Love shouldn't be pain. But for some reason, look, like I said, I don't know much about love. Okay. But for some reason, what I've noticed, on these many years around this planet, around people that, said they loved someone, I noticed that once in a while we had pain too, and they have pain. On my relationships, okay, in all levels, family, friends, they all came with pain attached, somehow, some level. This is me. So I believe that's the reason why many people are more and more choosing to be by themselves, because people relations is not for everyone. I think, you know, because one of the reasons I think that we avoid relationships and what is so-called love, it's just that we don't want to get hurt. And most of the time, because it's another human being first, we gonna get hurt for some reason, sometimes, some level. Some are too often, right? So probably that's why people are more and more, you know, choosing to be by themselves. I guess. I don't know. One thing is for sure, I've seen pain all over the place. Is that a good thing, maybe? I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay? So anyway, JE, you are absolutely right. Respect along with principles and morals are important. Yeah, and it's interesting when you talk about respect, right? Because of this For instance, you live in a city like Miami or Los Angeles. We have all different cultures, right? So then when culture is involved in relations, respect is tricky. Some people have different behaviors, and it's in other words, one thing I found out, you came as a human, be ready, get ready, because complicated relations is gonna come up sooner or later and very often. Love is beyond our comprehension. Love is chaos to a certain extent. Could be. Like I said, I'm not an expert in love. I don't know. I think I did. There was time in my life. The only thing, my relationships was painful. Somehow, some level. You know, it was good today, not too good tomorrow. Sometimes was very disappointing. But you know what? Let me tell you something, okay? About relations of any level, of any kind. uh, you know, uh, Personal relationship, friend relationship. Let me tell you something. What I'm thinking, okay? Uh, do you know what it causes? What is the main cause of disappointment? What is the main cause of disappointment? I'll tell you. Expectation. No expectation or low expectation, less disappointment. You have to look to the other person. Always, you have to remember when you go to a relationship, I think, remember you are dealing with another human being. Expect the unexpected and expect disappointment if you expect something. Something. Did I did I make you crazy now? That's how I see it. Thank you, Paul. Me so Chinese. I'm from China. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate. Thank you, Chinese. Look, guess what? I'm in California. We have a bunch of Chinese people here, Asian people, all kind of here in California. New York and California are the number one Chinese, immigrants here in the United States. All right. Pain is only for lower realms. Okay. All right. Pain is feeling. It's an emotion that's lower density physicality. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because emotional pain, it's kind of tricky, you know. It really takes some people can't handle well this kind of but if you are careful and keep in mind what I just said, don't uh, don't have expectation in people, in humans, because we are humans. You're gonna disappoint someone. Trust me, you will. I did disappoint many people, and I think I still do. Because people expect someone to be the way they think they should be, and this is, in a way, it's a kind of disrespect, because we need to learn how to, I'm not going to say accept, but understand that we are all different. You know what I mean? So that's the challenging part of living social life. You know, it's understand, if you're gonna live in a neighborhood, if you decide to live in a city, remember, not the fingerprint, right? The fingerprint, that is not one, according to science at least, that is the same. And we are called individuals. What that means? That means there is no other Carlos identical, one same 100%. You know what I mean? If you part from this principle of that we are not the same, we are different, we are individual, maybe it's going to help us to learn how to respect more and how to understand that we are absolutely different, you know. And some people confuse it like love or like of acceptance, you know. If I agree with you, you like me more, right? But that's not how life goes. At least not supposed to. Anyway, let me see what I have here. Hello, Raghu from India. I appreciate your presence. Okay, thank you for participating. All right. Relationships can be very unexpected, which is why we must expect the unexpected. Exactly. You're right. With your age, I hope you really keep that in mind all the time. Sometimes, this is kind of almost like a boxing kind of situation in a good way, I want to say. If you lower your guard, you're gonna get hit. So it's not too tense, but you have to understand that we are humans. If you always keep that in mind, we will have less and less disappointment, I think. But don't, guard too much because then you're going to have a tense and skeptical life. We don't want to do that either. We don't want to be on a negative side of the experience, life experience. You know what I mean? This is what I'm seeing. I'm talking about myself. Okay. So, we have to learn how to like people the way they are, and when we don't like, that's when the respect comes, right? I don't know. Divine, people are made from a different club, and that is so true. Very true. Very true. Divine fool. Thank you for your opinion. I am a man that wants to be transgender woman. Is that okay? Look, I appreciate your question. It's a very tricky. I don't see to me life is a one thing can't be violating life. It's the free will. You know, you have to have the right to make choices. Now, now when I talk about choices, it's not that I'm against anything. It's just that some choices are, have profound results and effect, and some are irreversible. So, in this kind of situation that you're talking about, I think it deserves more analysis, self-analysis, you know, making sure this is what you want. And when they talk here, we have a huge conversation in the United States about transgender. I guess you guys know that. Matter of fact, we have a Congress woman now, transgender. And so I appreciate again the topic, okay, Walker Peter, I hope pronounced correct. We have this Congresswoman, transgender woman, first one in American history. And now they are talking about the restroom. How we gonna do this? The transgender situation. There are also it's a huge conversation now about transgender and sports, right? And this is something we have to really understand because it is to me complicated. It's not just about choices because you have to understand that some cultures they never experience this kind of thing, and then you have to kind of deal with that. But in a short answer for you, let me just go back to transgender here. If you fine with that, absolutely 100% happy with that, who am I to say I'm not, or if I'm against. I'm not against or pro anything. To me, it's like we are talking right now here. Right now, I see 7 people have a 5 thumbs up. Guess what? We all, we are all. I'm from Brazil, but I live in the United States for many years. Some are from India, some are from Bangladesh, some are from South Africa. You know what I'm saying? You get my point? So I cannot throw there my opinion. This is it, you know. But we have to understand that when you live in society, things are not as simple as it looks, you know? And I was talking about, how complicated these relationships, right? I have a friend of mine, and his plan, which many people in the United States does that. You know what his plan is to live in a remote area by himself among the animals. Like in the mountains, we have mountains, we have animals, we have all kind of wildlife. You know, you know what? I understand him, and he normally tells me, "Look, I'm not a people's person." You know what? I understand that too. So I hope you understand, Walker, my opinion about the transgender. I do respect your opinion. I really do. But it depends. I don't have to tell you. Depends on a country, on a society that you're living in. You're gonna face a lot of problems. We are facing big problems here because it's a huge conversation. To me, it's like it's a not really big deal. I can see myself doing that. But look, man, it's you. I'm not you. You know what I'm saying? So you, if you're looking for happiness, I'm not. You know, let me tell you this, guys. If you ask me if I'm looking for happiness, my answer is no, I'm not. Now, if you ask me, then Carlos, what are you looking for in life? What is the objective of life for you? At this point, I found out that the most important thing in my life is not doing what I want or get what I want. The most important thing in my life today is not love, is not none of those stuff that I told you, is peace. I want to live in peace with myself, peace of mind, peace of heart. So, so I'm this soul searching now, just to make sure, like I normally when I start my lives, right? I say, look, guys, we have to keep the respect. Let's respect each other, each other's opinion. Let's keep the conversation at a good level, and this and that. Let's give our opinion because a conversation is a beautiful thing, right? But why? Because I don't want confrontation. I don't want to offend someone, and I don't want to be offended either, you know? So, but to me, the most important thing in life is not happiness. It's joy and peace. That's what I want, and that's me. Okay, let's go. Beautiful road. The pain attached to people before us, I think I got to do about fear of losing assets, so some married people was forced to live with pain. But for the past like 100 years, life got easier. I guess so, yeah. You see, the people don't think, but one of the problems that I notice in bunch of cultures and countries is this living together and life and rights. You know, now we have to deal with possessions. Tomorrow there is a divorce or something. Now we have pain. If somebody tells you, if somebody tells you there is no pain when you go through divorce, I believe it's not true. But again, we have over 7 billion people, I'm sorry, in this planet. Who am I just to say that, you know? But I can see, a person who go through marriage and this and that, and for whatever reason didn't work out. Now we have to divorce. To me, divorce is painful. In a higher or lower level, I don't know, but that is pain. So this has come again to the situation where we need to understand, you know, how we're going to deal with our feelings and each other's feelings. And remember, expectation cause disappointment. Beautiful word. The pain attached to the people. Okay. Um, no Walker. That's not okay. Okay. All right. There we go. We have an opinion for someone who didn't like the idea of Walker. Okay. What happened to create it? What happened to create it equal? Well, I don't think the equality is necessary biological or spiritual. Maybe it was time to he was talking about something else. And this is another thing, all those subjects when we put some philosophical prospect on it, or religious or spiritual prospect on it, you have some twist, right? So I think equality, it's a subject to talk about it because we have different levels, and the humanitarian levels, the cultural level. You know, you can say, for instance, if you move to a country who has a very strict or restricted laws, you cannot get there and all of a sudden wants to change everything in there, because you're gonna notice probably right away that equality is not a thing over there. So equality, that is a lot to do with culture too. That's how I see it. But it's a good topic. I think it's necessary to explore, to look into it, and find answers for this kind of stuff. That's mentally ill. Okay, I understand your opinion. Like I said, I'm not a transgender guy, and like I said, I can see myself doing it. But I know what I'm thinking when you talk about stuff like that, which is very sensitive topic, but I still appreciate. I really do. If we do in a respectful way, right? And I appreciate because you're doing this, all right? But it's like there is a lot of things that I've seen people doing that I can't see myself doing it. But again, I'm not the only one here. But the thing is, when you're in a society that they are not used to it, it's going to be a problem to kind of explore this, topics more in a human and, let's say, human rights way, because it's getting complicated, you know. Well, how are you? I'm okay. Thank you for asking me. I appreciate Jesse Rosa for participating too. Beautiful road. Okay. Yeah, of course, divorce must be painful. What I meant was getting into a relationship with someone, then feeling pain or uncomfortable, then that is not okay. Yes, but again, when we talk about pain and uncomfortable, we have to think about what is causing that. You know, am I uncomfortable because, I'm feeling pain because it's because of the expectation. Remember when I start talking about the expectation, when you expect things, sometimes may go sideways, not the way we expected. I think when you go to a relationship, we have to understand that is another thing interesting. We're talking about relationship like living together. A man and woman, a woman with woman, a man with man, whatever you want to call, friends. And you're going to live together, family, right? Let me tell you something. Nobody knows. And I can say I normally don't like absolute words because nobody is absolutism, right? But I think nobody really knows anybody until you live together. If you don't live with that person, you're going to have an idea what that person is, right? But when you live together, days, weeks, months, years, then you're going to see stuff. You know, let me tell you something. It may be funny, when you decide to live with someone, beautiful, was everything so beautiful, the dinners, the trips, this and that. Now we're going to live together, right? Now you're going to see problems. You're going to see the other side, the non-propaganda side, because it's funny because when you're outside, when you're going out there on a hunt, because we're hunters, people don't realize that. When you go look for a relationship, we are hunting in a way, right? So normally we're looking for the best youth we think that is our concept of best. But when you live together, it's hard to keep to hide the bad side of us. So that's why I'm telling you that when you live with someone, you're gonna know that someone better. And then things is gonna start, maybe in a good way, you know, respecting each other's weakness is a good thing. Realizing that I'm not perfect, that I burp or other stuff, right? When I'm home with my old shirt, my damaged pants, my sock has a hole on it, you're gonna look at me like this guy, when I met him, and he was in a nice tie, a nice outfit, and he's smelling great. Yep, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I appreciate. So yeah, so anyway, I was talking about we start this conversation about the quote that I gave you guys, and I just ask you. I was not uh, how we call endorsing the quote. I was just, I saw the quote, I found it was very interesting, and I share with you. I'm gonna share again. Love is 5 minutes of pleasure and a lifetime of pain. I don't. I think it's too dramatic, but I think the point here is that there'll be no forever love without some pain sometimes. I think. Well, I don't know what love is. Remember that song? Remember that song? I wanna know what love is. I hope you can tell me. I wanna feel what love is. But I know what respect is. I think I do. And it's hard to learn how to do that. Love may be a good, great thing. I don't know. But respect is definitely a good thing. It brings good results. I want you to show me. I want to feel what love is. Yeah, that's right, South African. I love that song, man. I like the old songs, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Anyway, if you like songs, you're gonna notice that on my no, three platforms, okay? On the TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. By the way, I'm gonna share with you guys again, all right? All my videos out there. You're gonna see a lot of videos. I put most of the time I put some piece of music, and most of them it's music that I like, inspired me. Check it out. Remember, I always ask you guys, about my videos. If you want to check my platform on TikTok, it's CarlosTodd 56, CarlosTodd 56. YouTube channel is COTodd. If you want to subscribe, it would be great. If you don't, I understand too. And also I'm on Instagram, CarlosTodd63. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on Instagram. All right? Tomorrow, I'll be on Instagram, 10:30 a.m. California time, and 1 p.m. I'll be on YouTube, California time. Okay? Check my lives, check my videos. And guess what? People like to say, hey, share my videos, share this with friends. I'll tell you different. Find those guys that you don't like, men and women, whatever, that you don't really like them, and share my videos with them. I appreciate if you do that. I was raised in the 80s and 90s household, so I'm pretty good with that music. Okay, I appreciate that, man. That was a good parenting, I guess. I was talking about, they start talking about the crocodile hunter guy. Remember? That guy he was very famous on, nation worldwide, actually. His nickname was the crocodile hunter. Remember when he died by, that accident, whatever? So I saw a comedian, actually. He was talking about that in a kind of funny way. And, but he said something that in reality, what happened to him shows or teaches a uh, lesson about logic and common sense, the consequences of not understanding or applying logic and common sense. The story of this man and many others out there is that, look, guys, if you swim with crocodiles, it's a nonsense. And it's a risk that you're taking, but we are outside watching. We have to understand that that is a common sense and lack of logic and common sense. That's the problem. But remember, you notice the big problem about common sense? Anybody knows? Culture, nations, civilizations. Believe me, for some people it's normal. Some cultures, some countries, in part of this planet, some stuff they do it's normal. But our common sense will say, no, I don't think so. Swim with crocodiles and other dangerous animals, fish, whales, and sharks. Guys, there was this photographer here, and most of the time he was around the Washington, Oregon, those upstates here in the United States. They have a lot of bears. It's a bear country. California North and some other, Washington, Oregon states. They have a lot of bears. And there was this photographer for many years, over a decade, maybe 2 decades. He used to live among the bears. He was a National Geographic kind of guy, taking pictures, filming them, among them, with them for 14 or more years. I'm not going to guess the right number here, but you're going to see my point right now. One day he was sleeping on his tent. He was really close to the bears all the time for years. Bears knew him. Oh, there comes the guy. One day, I don't know if it was one or more bear came to his tent, attacked. It was so vicious that they couldn't recognize. They had to put together all the pieces to figure out, oh, this is him. What that means? Logic and common sense. When you cross this line, you have to understand that you're taking chances and risks, right? Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate. If she loved him, she will like everything about him. You know what? With all the respect, I'm not sure about that beautiful word. I'm not sure. I don't think love is acceptance, even the weakest point. Love maybe is understanding, but we have to understand that supposedly we don't change people, right? But if we love someone and we understand our weakness, our bad sides, stuff that we is not good on us as a human, as a person, we, in the name of love, we need to change. Because remember, we're talking about two different lives here, two different lives, right? So I am on a process of understanding one thing. I'm looking to myself all the time. I'm not really too interested in how bad you are or how good you are, but I am looking to myself to see where can I change to be a better person. Not for you, but for myself as a human. Now, I don't think that we should accept because we love someone, we're gonna like everything about that person, even that he does things that is not right, right? Even though sometimes right and wrong is by definition. You know, for instance, not all legal things are the right things. Not all the right things are legal. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing in this planet that the humans, a man touch it, tend to be wrong. Somehow, some level, some percentage. That's how I see it. So that conversation, that idea that if you love someone, him or her, she or he will like everything about him or her, I don't think it's true. You can work together, can say, look, we got to change this, but it's not good for you, it's not good for us. That's why I'm saying relationship, it's a very, very complicated thing. Very complicated. That's a fact, you know. And I'm, to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit tired of relationships. I just wanna, do what I can and be in my corner. And sometimes I have to engage in conversations, stuff like that. But I will do my best to not crossing any lines. Because when you cross lines, you bring into yourself some trouble. You're right, both must make it work. Thank you. Yes. There we go. Use a nice phrase. Make it work. I think for those who knows love, I don't. I believe if you love someone, one of the decision you guys gonna have to make is that we're gonna make this work. And that cost a lot of work, a lot of efforts. Yep, yep. hmm So now we are dealing with different situations more often now, more obvious, better say now, right? Because now we have all those gender issues, gays relationships and stuff like that. Man, this is really taking humanity to the next level. Or for those countries who is still not there yet, believe me, it's gonna be there. It's already there, but it's just hidden, right? But man, we're gonna have a lot of change on this society. It's gonna be tough for everybody, really tough. It's Saturday. Yes, it's Saturday. And guess what? I'm about to finish my live presentation. Man, it went so fast. I had a different topics here, you know, and but then we start talking about this and that, this and that. I was like, let it happen, let it flow, because that's what I want. I want just people talking. Let's talk, let's learn it from each other, let's understand humanity so we can live a better life if it's possible. Life is too complicated, a lot of wars, conflicts, and everywhere, you know. And all this is because, you know why? Now I'm gonna hit the weakest point of many people, politics. We have all these problems. Number one, because of politics. Number two is religion. I'm sorry, guys. This is not about God and spirituality. No, it's not. No matter who you believe, God, Allah, Jehovah, whatever, let me tell you something. It's not about God. It's not about spirituality. It's not about good and evil. It's about religion and politics. Unfortunately. What do you do for a living? I appreciate. Okay, I'm going to answer the question. I represent, I personally, privately, and professionally represent clients who comes to United States. Anuj, answering your question. Okay, so I'm representing people who wants to come to United States. They want to invest, they want to study, they want to live here, they want to open a company, they want to work in the United States. I provide 100% assistance, professional assistance, private assistance, personal assistance in all level, housing, logistics, transportation, everything. That's what I do. I provide 100% support and assistance. Of course, it's my professional job. That's what I do. And when it comes to visas, right? I do provide assistance on that too. Well, guys, look, I'm just answering the question. Okay, Anuj asked me that. Here's the QR code. All right. You can check on my live later. It's gonna be stored on my YouTube. And that's the company. When it comes to visas, this is the company that I'm representing, okay? All the other stuff I do myself that I told you. But I provide 100% assistance and personal assistance. That's what I do. So if you have any question, go to my Instagram page there. Just go there, Carlos Todd 63. You can send a message over there. Subscribe if you want to. Send me a message and we go from there. I do the triage over there. I check, we do a 1 hour free uh, conversation, evaluation, or evaluation, whatever you want to call, and then we go from there. I hope I answered your question, Anuj. Politician or politician? Politicians do everything. Most of the thing they do is when politicians put their hands on it, they think about themselves. They work for corporations. People like you and me, forget it. That's how I see it. True, cookies, cream. True, the Bible does describe behaviors that can grieve the Holy Spirit, such as bitterness, rage, brawling, slander, and malice. Yeah, it's true. What I'm saying is things are more deeper, more profound than this. But that is two things that's obvious. I like, for instance, Sermon of the Mountain, I like very much. Okay? I read a lot of stuff from the Bible too. I used to be a religious person. Okay? Believe me, I used to be. And I had some church leading positions. But let me tell you something. Religion, politics is a problem for all nations. I'm not talking about gospel. I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm not talking about the Torah and Quran. I'm talking about religion. Religion is the institutionalization of the gospel, of the teachings. Once you create an institution, you have a problem. That's what I'm saying. I was raised a Catholic household, but I still question sometimes. Well, like I said, religion prohibit you to think because they establish a line, a trace, a path, a highway for you to go. And if you question that highway, that path, you are in trouble. So, well, anyway, this is a topic for something else. I appreciate your participation. South African, I want to say one thing for you. I appreciate because you're every time I'm out there, you're there. So I appreciate tomorrow, you know the deal. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. California time, United States, I'll be again here on this channel, YouTube. But 10:30 a.m. Uh, actually, I'm sorry, 10:30 a.m. I'll be on Instagram, Carlos Todd 63, and 30, 11, and 30, 11:30, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. California time. I'll be on YouTube, back on YouTube in this channel. All right. I appreciate. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for the participation. Remember, share my live, share my videos with all those people you don't like. Please do that. And I like to say every time, and sometimes I forget, but I like to say when it comes to politics, okay? Folks, I'm not pro left, I'm not pro right. I'm not, I don't like politics. I don't believe in those things. I'm not here in the United States, I'm not Democrat, and definitely I'm not a Republican, okay? Religion and politics are part of the worldwide problems. That I know for a fact. And I don't make me this does not make me happy. I'm just saying. Right now here is 2:38. I'm 8 minutes over what I was going to be. Right now it's 2:38 p.m. So tomorrow 12 p.m. 12 p.m. I'll be here on YouTube. 12 p.m. California time and 10:30 a.m. on Instagram Carlos Todd 63. Okay. Thank you a million times. Beautiful road. I appreciate your participation. Okay. I appreciate everybody's participation. I really do. I know it takes almost 2 minutes to reach my message to you. Thank you for replying. I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. It's Sunday, 4:08 a.m. Okay, man. I appreciate you. I think you are what? And where you at now, Anuj? It's India, Bangladesh, or Pakistan. I forgot. I'm my bad. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate too. I enjoy myself. I enjoy you guys, you know. My goal here, my objective is just let's talk, guys. Let's understand what's going on with us and this planet of ours, right? Maybe we can do something in our level, in our circle. That's how it starts. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow on Instagram. Okay, proudly Indian. I appreciate and sorry for forgot that. Okay, I appreciate. I know a lot of people, and most of my followers are from India and all those areas, from Asia, from Africa. You know, and unfortunately, I don't have much people from Brazil. Unfortunately, used to. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's my views. Maybe that's how I see things. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I do. I appreciate Freddie. I'm sorry. Freddie. I almost called you Freddie. I appreciate, okay? I hope I see you tomorrow. Like I said, I'll be on Instagram and on YouTube tomorrow. Okay? I appreciate. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Be careful out there. Take care of yourself and each other. Sounds about a good plan, right?